Whoa, welcome to Week 17 Eagles versus Saints preview with Nikki Stees. If you're new to the Hardcore Sports Network, please make sure you subscribe and drop a like on the network. So let's get into it. We got EC1 Football came in, dropped a comment. Let's go. So we're going to talk about this Eagles Saints preview. So after a day away from YouTube yesterday, I am back today. So I dropped some shorts on my channel where I did discuss some of the news I didn't talk about yesterday. I talked about Hurts returning. I also discussed the Lane Johnson, Avonte Maddox situation, and CJ Gardner-Johnson practice window being open. And we got next shift Ramsey coming through. Let's go Birds. That's right. That's right. You know what we're talking about, Rand. And yes, so despite the fact that we lost a tough one against the Cowboys Christmas Eve, we still have the chance and a great opportunity at the link on New Year's Day to clinch home field advantage. So we can still make up for the bitter taste of that loss by coming through and getting a W against the Saints at home. So obviously, this is a favorable matchup here for us against the New Orleans Saints because we're talking about, a struggling New Orleans Saints team that's 6-9. They're on the verge of their first losing season since 2016, which they will accomplish once Week 18's over officially. So this should be, on paper, a cakewalk win, but we'll have to see what happens. Like I said, EC1 said, Hurts plays, we win. And speaking of Hurts, it does look like most likely he is going to play. Signs are indicating he will be back for this one right here. So that's good right there. And I even recorded a short about that. So obviously that can help us right there in that regard right there. We saw last year he ran all over the Saints defense last year at the link in our 40-29 victory back in week 11, was it? Yeah, I think week 11 last year when we beat them. So we had that right there. That was cool. So we know Hurts can do that, but now he's improved his mechanics as a passer this time around going against the Saints. So he should be able to hit his receivers without issue there. Now, the only thing that really concerns me about the offense going into this one is that Lane Johnson is going to miss this one right here, and he is a key piece to that offensive line. So that could give the Saints D-line just a little bit of an edge in that matchup there with Lane Johnson not being there. Just a small, they could be likely to try to blitz a little bit more. But even then, with Jalen Hurts playing, we know he can move quickly and he can evade pressure if there's pressure coming from that direction. We know he knows how to move and get away and make some plays with his feet. So should help us right there. And we do know, speaking of players, the other one that came to mind, CJ Gardner-Johnson. Thank you, EC Football, for bringing that up. Because CJ Gardner-Johnson's practice window has been activated. Now, we still don't know yet whether he's going to play or not. It hasn't been confirmed yet. But there is a chance he could play against his former team and help get some revenge against them. So there's a good chance. There's a chance that could happen. We'll have to see ultimately. We will have to see if that does in fact happen. But yeah, that's one thing that's concerned. Yeah, this matchup against the Saints, man, this should be an easy meeting. I mean, look at the Saints going into this one. Who they got as their QB? Oh, yeah, that's right. The Red Rifle. Andy Dalton, I mean, people will look at his touchdown interception ratio. Well, it's a decent TDI interception ratio. Yeah, but let's not face, that's just stats. I mean, just because you throw more touchdowns don't mean you're a quality quarterback. Okay, Andy Dalton at this stage is at best mediocre. And let's be real, Andy Dalton at his peak was really just a game manager. Really, let's be honest. Even those early years, he was a game manager at best. When was Andy Dalton ever in his career thought of as like an elite QB? When? Go ahead, I'll wait. Right. Exactly. The point being that nobody ever thought of Andy Dalton as elite in his peak anyway. They thought of him as at best as a game manager to above average QB. And now here he is years later. He's not even that anymore. He's a shell of his former self. And Not to mention he's a 52.4 QBR for this season. 52.4. So Andy Dalton is just, he's doo-doo. I mean, that Saints, I mean, you got Alvin Kamara as their top running back. But even then, Alvin Kamara, he's never had a 1,000-yard rushing season in his career. Never. I mean, he's one of the better running backs in the NFL today, yes. And even then, you have the Saints as of right now. Let's take a look at their IR. You got Michael Thomas is on IR. That takes away their spark in their passing game. Cesar Ruiz, I know Mark Ingram. There's their three main players on IR. Now, granted, Mark Ingram has been a backup recent years. He's not a starter at this point. But then you also got, who else is there running beside Kamara? Who else they got on the running back depth chart? David Johnson? Dude, David Johnson hasn't really been relevant since 2015, okay? He hasn't been featured in a relevant role since then, all right? But speaking of that, I'm going to pull up both teams' depth charts for a second. I'm going to pull up the Saints' depth chart, get a better idea of their routes. So I'm going to pull that up. One moment. So I'm on ESPN.com right now. Matter of fact, so let's see. So we got, of course, Andy Dalton starter, Alvin Kamara, David Johnson, second string back, Eno Benjamin, and you got Chris Olives, questionable. And while we're at it, I'm going to run through the injury report. And you got, who else? You got left guard, Andreas Pete, questionable. And hold up a second. I'm going to share the screen for you guys. Give me 1 second. So I'm going to share the screen for you guys. You guys can let me know if you see. So you got, right, Dalton. We got Chris Olive, questionable. Andreas Pete, questionable. I got Cesar Ruiz on Michael. Oh, Javaris Landry on IR too. So, so they missed some key pieces there. Defense. Got Marshawn Lattimore's questionable. Got Marquise Mays questionable. Got Pete Werner's questionable linebacker. Oh, yeah, Tyrann Mathieu. I just while we're on the subject of Tyrann Mathieu, you're probably wishing you went to the Eagles now, aren't you, Tyrann? Right, but that's the Saints right there. So I'm going to stop sharing for a second. So even some of their other key players they got are questionable too. So this looks like on paper, this could be a cakewalk right here. I mean, yeah, the only player on the Saints that I'm concerned with at all is Alvin Kamara. But then again, our run defense, we've done an excellent job shutting guys down. I mean, even when it comes to the defense on Saturday, the one good thing about our defense was we stopped Zeke and Tony Pollard. So that was the one good thing we had going defensively. So I got confidence that they can stop Alvin Kamara because you stop him, you take away their best weapon. Right, because who do they have in the passing game that's a reliable option that's healthy? Okay, and yep, you got a clap for sure. Great stream, brother. I shouted you out in my community post. Let's go. Yep, and thanks for the shout out. I'll check that out right there when I'm done with the stream. So thank you for the shout out again. Thanks for coming through. All right, so shout out to EC1 Football for coming through. Right, and I see, yep, we are pushing closer to it. Had a great day on Sunday with me and MK. We were doing the 76ers game and talking about the Eagles. He came in about halfway through that stream, and he was right. I spent out the first 30 minutes recapping the Eagles-Cowboys game on that night stream. Then he came through, and I reiterated all the main points that I was talking about and asked him his take on them. But yeah, it was through both those streams right there, the play-by-play for the Sixers and the Eagles discussion. Yeah, we boosted our way up, and yeah, but we are on the road to 300. Yeah, we got to get it out there. So if anyone out there has the chance to, please share the word. Let other people who haven't discovered my content discover it. Give them the chance to subscribe and boost those subs up so we can get to 300. Yes, sir. And right, and so so as I was saying, we were talking about the Saints, and depth chart, like I said, yeah, they're not really that much of a concern. They're really not. And for the Eagles, as long as Jalen Hurts, even with Gardner Minshew were to play, which don't seem likely at this point, even if he were to play, considering against the Saints, I mean, he should even Gardner Minshew, we could get the job done against the Saints. And I think, speaking of QB, but I do think though, we should try to run the ball here against the Saints in this game. Even though I know Miles Sanders is still, we still got heat. We're still giving him heat for that fumble on Saturday night. And yeah, I even said on Sunday that I think we can move on from him long term. And I still stand by that statement right there. Now, I do think, though, we can still take our chances running the ball against the Saints. Because I'm looking this up. I was looking at the run. I was looking at the rankings right there. So the defense rankings against the run and the pass. The Saints are 23rd against the run. So we should be able to run the ball here effectively against them. Not to mention, so if they're 23rd against the run, how are they going to do being able to shut down Hurts when he's running? Now, granted, some of you might think that's a bit of an, okay, yeah, I kind of get what you're saying, but still, I mean, it gives us an opportunity for Hurts to make some plays with his feet, too, being this defense struggles against the run. Although I still don't want him to run. I don't want him running as many times as he did last year against the Saints. I mean, I still want Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, Kenneth Gainwell to get some carries there. And considering that the Saints defense, like I said, struggles against the run, we should be able to do so effectively. We should be able to effectively run against them. And that should work out all in our favor. So I'm saying, yes, we should run. And yo, MK, what is up? Shout out for coming through. I remember you on Sunday, you said, you said you were looking. I remember I told you I had the stream. You were kind of looking forward a little bit. You're more than welcome to hop in. Anyone wants to hop in and actually chat themselves, you're more than welcome to. I can put the link to the streamer in the chat for them. You guys, real quick, give me one moment. So I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put the link to the StreamYard. Anyone wants to come in, give me 1 second there. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the Saints are not good against the run, so we should still be able to run the ball. And I will take my chances running it with Miles Sanders against this run defense. I'll take my chances on it. I really will. So I will, in fact, take my chances there. And hey, in the passing game, now the Saints rank better against the passing game. They're one of the better defenses against the passing game. I'll give them that. But with guys like A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert back into the fold, who had a solid first game back, considering that, he's rusty from the time he missed. Now he's got that off his back, and he's coming into this game, with more experience. There's a good chance here that Dallas Goedert could have himself a handy day against that Saints defense. And right there, that's the link to the StreamYard. If you guys want to come in and chat, you're welcome to. So I'll leave that up for a few more seconds. But it is in the chat if you guys want to join. But yeah, I'm thinking still, I know the Saints, I'm not fooled. I think it's deceptive right there. The Saints have one of the better pass defenses. I do. Because, they have one of the better pass defenses, but with our weapons we have, I think we have no problem handling that pass defense too. So, yeah, so I'm not fooled by that at all. I'm not afraid by that. It's a stat. I think it's just a stat that's a little deceptive. So, I ain't scared of it whatsoever. I mean, the Saints, we're just talking. I mean, yeah, this should be an easy win right here. This really should be. I shouldn't see any problems right there with this. We should be able to go out there and take care of business against this team, all right? I mean, it should be a blowout, but I'm going to kind of move on here for a second. Okay, and we got EC1's coming in. Give him a second to get set up. So he's going to come in. We're going to talk about it right here. Okay, you're in.
What's up? What's up? How you doing? I'm saying, first of all, I want to say congratulations on 379. Hope you get 300, man, because you deserve it. Great content, man. I see you working. I just want to show some appreciation to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout you at my post. But yeah, man, I think the Eagles gonna win this game. Like I said, man, we're pissed off after the way we play against the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? And I think when Jalen Hurts is in this game, this game should be definitely a lot better than we have seen. Because like I said, I think Jalen Hurts makes this team better. You know what I'm saying? He's that superstar quarterback that everybody wanted in Philadelphia. Now you got him. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he comes back would be huge. Number one, because he owns the Saints. Number two, because he brings so much dynamic to this offense. So yeah, bringing him back off the injury reserve would be huge. Being Chauncey Gardner Jr. back would be nice. You know what I'm saying? Now I would love to get Strap in. Cre'Von LeBlanc. I think that would be a nice addition when you have Max gone. I think you could put him in the nickel and just put C.J. Gardner-Johnson at safety. So yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna win this game, and I don't think it's gonna be close. I think we're going to destroy this game.
Definitely, because I don't see how the Saints are going to make this a close game at all.
No, I mean, if they're bad against the run, they're not winning that game. I do say that they do got some good corner. Like I said, Marshawn Lattimore, nothing to sneeze at. You know what I'm saying? We know what he is. We know how good of a corner he can be. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't see this as a game that I should be fearing. You know what I'm saying? They're not the Dallas Cowboys where they can score points on us. Yeah, they got some nice receivers in Olave, the guy I wanted in the draft. But so we got receivers too. We got AJ and Devontae. Like I said, pick your poison. How do you want to lose? Like, because I saw on Saturday we're a different team without Jalen Hurts, and you saw it. Jalen Hurts is that MVP quarterback, and I don't care what anybody says. I'm saying Jalen Hurts made that offense really go. So yeah, I'm excited. I think we're going to clinch home field advantage, and it's going to be fun.
Absolutely, for sure.
Mm-hmm. I was saying, but I
go.
Yeah, but I need John D. Huh?
I was about to get into the keys of victory for you hopped in. So I was thinking what I could do is ask you some of your keys to victory, if that's cool.
Yeah. My keys to victory is simple. Run the football. I think Miles Sanders needs more opportunities to run. We haven't ran him that we should have given more opportunities. I mean, he hasn't had that many opportunities versus the Bears. He didn't get that much versus the Cowboys. And I think that fumble was because he was a little rusty. I mean, when you're not getting opportunities like that, you're not going to be in rhythm. So I think you need to run the football. I think that you need to obviously you can throw it a little bit, but we need mostly, I'd run the football. If they're bad against the run, then I need that football in Miles Sanders' hand. You know what I'm saying? Let him go off. Let Booby Sanders spin, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We need to be able to establish the run, then pass. So again, I mean, at the same time, I think the Philadelphia Eagles can definitely change how they did versus Saturday to this week, and it starts with the run. It starts with the run and pass. And I think when you have a balanced offense, you can absolutely destroy a team like the Saints. You can destroy anybody. And that's the issue. We sometimes get carried away. We sometimes try to be pass happy. I'm talking to you, Shane Steichen. I know you stop with the passing. We need a little bit of the run. Then we pass. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for the passing, but you got to be able to run the football, because in this league, you got to be balanced. You got to make that defense tired on the opposite side. So when I look at the Bills and I look at all these teams, a lot of them don't run the football, and that's why they're not winning championships. When I see teams who win championships, they're running, they're passing, they're doing everything you need them to win to be a good offense. So, passing offense don't win you championships. I always said this: offense is a balanced attack. You got to be able to run and pass. You got to make sure that defense is off guard, because they shouldn't be knowing exactly what you do. You know what I'm saying? So I think the keys of the game is simple: you run the football. You get the defense tired, then you throw the ball. And I expect Devontae and A.J. Brown to have another great game. You know what I'm saying? I think Jalen Hurts is going to throw a couple touchdowns. We do get Dallas Goedert back, which is huge because last week he was a very good part of why I think we were scoring versus Dallas. Now you add him with Jalen Hurts. Come on, man. Our whole offense is back. You know what I'm saying? I need Quez Watkins to run a little bit better routes. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like his route run. His route run is a little bit sloppy. You know what I'm saying? But I also need Jonathan Gannon to mix up coverages. You know what I'm saying? Something don't work. Try a different way. Jonathan Gannon, when he, I don't think he's going to respect Andy Dalton like he respected Dak Prescott. So I expect their defense to be fine. I think Jordan Davis is a concussion, so he should be back this week practicing. And I think we'll be all right overall. You know what I'm saying? I think the Lane Johnson situation, I think you put Driscoll on there, you get some help over there in the left side because of the weakness. I mean, not the left side, the right tackle, because Lane Johnson plays right tackle. You get some help over there to help him out. And if you need to chip some blocks, chip some players as they come to attack the right side, you do it. You know what I'm saying? But I think we'll overall be fine. Listen, we got one game to just win. If you just win one game, you should be all right. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to come down to the coaching. You know what I'm saying? Again, the players can execute all you want, but the coaching got to be established as the main point why we're winning this game. And the coaching got to be on point. You know what I'm saying? I don't need Nick Sonic just to pass. I need him to run also. You know what I'm saying? I need my 1,000-yard running back to have these carries. So, yeah, that's my keys of victory. I know I'm talking a lot, but listen, I'm a steady Eagle fan. I'm a passionate Eagle fan. What you get is what you get. You know what I'm saying?
I can hear it. I can tell.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we can't have that Saturday game again.
No, we got to wipe that clean. Best way to do that is go and take care of business against the Saints, make a statement win, get that home field advantage.
Yeah, I mean, no more 3rd and 30s. Please, no more. No more. If I see that versus Saints, man, I'm losing my mind. You know what I'm saying? There should be no way the Saints win this game. You know what I'm saying? You got everything to play for. I don't want my guy LB said on the stream, I don't want to go into this game not have home field advantage playing against someone like the Giants because they can definitely take that momentum away from us. You know what I'm saying? I want to clinch this division. I want to clinch this home field advantage. You know what I'm saying? And I want to go into the playoffs with home field. If you get home field, you never know what can happen. You know what I'm saying? I think the Eagles can definitely win a lot of games at home. You know what I'm saying? I'm not comfortable going away. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think we could win away because we got Jalen Hurts. But at the same time, I'm more comfortable being in a home climate, home environment with thousands of Eagle fans screaming our names. You know what I'm saying? Screaming our players' names. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. The climate is different in Philly than it is in San Francisco, than it is in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? So we need that home field advantage, and it's very important to get this W. It's because the last thing you want is Dallas to take that,
Right. And now that you got that extra playoff seed, home field advantage means you're the only team getting that first round bye.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like I said, I need my players to come through this time. You know what I'm saying? And please let Darius Slay be that number one cornerback. I need Gannon to let Darius Slay cover the receivers and not try to put if I see just size Sky on the field, man, I'm gonna have issues. You know what I'm saying? Because he stinks. He's horrible. You know what I'm saying? He does not need to be on the NFL. Matter of fact, sit his ass on my part of my list with sit his behind on the bench and let him use a clipboard or do something with him. You know what I'm saying? Because he needs to be in the sanitation department because he stinks. Okay. I don't know why they bring him back. I don't know why they brought him on the roster. I guess it's for depth. But I would call him Crayvon LeBlanc. Like I said, I think Strap needs to come back because we know Josiah Scott cannot cover a butterfly. He's softer than a blouse on a woman's dress, okay? He's softer than a blouse on a woman's at a coat rack, okay? Like, he's soft. He's nowhere near should be on the field. I'm tired of seeing him. He needs to go. I don't care what you do with him. I don't care if you put him on special teams. He doesn't need to be on the defensive side, okay? Put him on special teams and let him cover punt returns, okay? Keep him off being on against these receivers because he cannot cover. Like, he's bad. And when I'm talking about bad, he's bad. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, talent, we have the talent there. It's not that difficult. It shouldn't be that difficult to take care of this game.
And our front four, I mean, I like our front four. I like Hassan Reddick. I like Hargrave. I like Fletcher Cox. I like all those guys. I had no issue with the front four. The front four is one of the best. I mean, they're up there. They have more sacks than the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Same time. But I had issues with who is going to be our nickel corner now Max is gone. Because, like I said, if you don't bring Strap back, I think you need to put CJ Garner-Johnson in the slot because he's played slot versus Saints. Now, I really want him at in safety because, like I said, I like Blankenship, but I don't think he's lit. I'd rather have, I don't know about you, but I'm really more comfortable with Game Garner Johnson in the safety's position than a guy like Blankenship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So, but if it has to be that, then I'm all for putting him in the slot. Because listen, he plays some slot corner, he plays some nickel corner. He's played everything. You know what I'm saying? He's a versatile player, and that's what I like about C.J. Garner Johnson. You know what I'm saying? And look at his tweets. He looks like he wants to play against the Saints. I mean, come on, first year former team, get the other GM fired, along with this Titans GM, and let's move on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But I think we're going to be all right. I really do. I think we're going to score a lot of points, and I had the Eagles win 34-13. Like I said, I don't think the Saints are a threat. I think if you shut down Alvin Kamara, it's going to be the same thing like Daniel Jones and pretty much the Tennessee Titans. You shut down their running game, you make any darn throw. It's
Right,
not gonna do
exactly. Good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly. And I think our defense is a little bit better than the teams they've played. So, yeah, I understand the Saints are coming in, and if they don't win, they're eliminated. But listen, we got something to play for too. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to sit there and act like we don't have nothing to play for. We got something to play for. We got a chance to clinch home field advantage, and that is more important than the Saints and what they have. You can go sit on the couch. We want home field advantage. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
and also we have to play for too is that extra first round pick we got from the Saints.
Yeah, I mean,
that can go higher.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's part of it too. Listen, I call the Saints our new Dollar Tree. If you want something, you call up the Saints, you call up the Tennessee Titans. Okay. Oh, we want a receiver. Let's call up the Tennessee Titans. Let's rob them for AJ Brown. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we need a safety. Hey, Howie Roseman, call up the Saints and get CJ Garner Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Hell, they were trying to get Alvin Kamara to trade him to the Eagles for a first round pick. I mean, we really robbed them. The whole team fell apart when they traded with us. You know what I'm saying? You don't do business with a guy that robs people blindly. You know what I'm saying? Howie Roseman sneaking up on people. He's robbing people's dreams. He's robbing people's jobs. You know what I'm saying? He got a Tennessee Titans GM fired. Brian Robinson's fired because John Robinson's fired because AJ Brown is no longer in Tennessee.
Right. Draft night, he just did a complete 180 from what he had been doing past couple years.
Hey, I'm still shocked that we got him. It don't feel real that we got him I mean, those two are so perfect with each other. Like Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. Come on. You know what I'm saying? That's a nightmare if you're a defense coordinator, especially when you got Jalen Hurts. Like I said, Jalen Hurts makes that team so explosive. And you just saw it Saturday when we didn't have Jalen Hurts. And I said that I didn't think Minshew really understood what was going on. Like his receivers weren't on the same point. You know what I'm saying? I'm more comfortable with Jalen Hurts, and I think we would won if we had Jalen Hurts versus the Cowboys. There's a lot. I don't know about you, but I saw a lot of times he was scared of throwing the ball. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look confident in the pocket. I need my quarterback to come through. You know what I'm saying? That ball is when the football's on the line, I need you to come through. And if you can't come through, you need to sit your behind on the bench. Because I need a quarterback that's going to be confident. I need a quarterback that can come in and say, you know what? Hey, I need to throw this touchdown to win the game. Everything's on the line. I need you to come through. You know what I'm saying? Also, I need Quez Watkins again to run better routes. His routes are sloppy. You know what I'm saying? Like I need you to come for the football, not the football come to you. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do that, you need to sit on your behind on the bench and let Pascal take your job. Because if you can't do the things that you need to do to be an elite receiver and you can't come for the ball, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's the issue. Quez Watkins waits for the ball to come to him. You know what I'm saying? And some of the throws, I mean, we're not going to sit there and act like receivers were wide open. He had Devontae Smith wide open. You got to throw it to him. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to do something that's not there. Take the easy routes. There's wide receivers open, you throw it to him. You know? I saw a lot of one-on-one coverage by A.J. Brown and Diggs. It's like, why are you not throwing to him? He was cooking Diggs all game. I would have threw it to A.J. Brown.
Yeah, exactly. And we know Diggs has a tendency to give up big plays and get burnt.
He gets burnt. You know what I'm saying? He reminds me of so much. You remember Ronald Darby, how he got torched in double moves?
Oh, yeah.
He reminds me a little bit like that. You know what I'm saying? He reminds me of that. You know, he just, if you got one-on-one with, I'm trusting A.J. Brown all day. Like, I don't know why you're throwing to Quez Watkins where he's a safety under him. Now, Quez Watkins got to make better routes. I mean, his route running is, it's not great. You know what I'm saying? He needs to work on it, you know?
Definitely.
But, you know, I think that's part of it is because Jalen Hurts really helped this team tremendously. And that's why I said when people tell me he's not MVP and the system is really making him better, it's like, did you watch Saturday? Did you watch
Right.
Saturday? This should be a perfect example to understand that when a quarterback is making you better, you don't take that for granted. I think a lot of people
Talking to
did
you,
take it for
Chris
granted.
Sims.
Chris Sims is a clown, man. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're a guy who can't, like I said in my last year, if you're a guy that can't acknowledge a playbook and you need John Gruden to repeat it 4 times for you to understand, you should not be commenting on another quarterback. Go back and ask your father for the playbook because obviously you can't, do your job as a quarterback. I mean, you're not even a good quarterback. For you to even go after another quarterback, like who are you? Who are you to even discredit an MVP quarterback, something you couldn't be? You're not your father. You're not Phil Simms, who's your
Not
Super
even
Bowl
close.
MVP. You know what
The
I'm
only
saying?
reason he even got an opportunity is because of his last name.
I mean, if I pull up his stats versus Jalen Hurts, it's not even equal. You know what I'm saying? It's not even fair. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's even better than, what's the worst quarterback that probably Baker Mayfield? He might not even be better than Baker Mayfield. You know what I'm saying? He's not even better than Mark Sanchez. Like, he's awful. So the fact that he came out and said Jalen Hurts, I mean, come on, man. You have no room to talk, bum. Like,
No.
but listen, we're not going to talk about Chris Sims. We're not focused on Chris. Chris Sims is going to watch the Eagles as they go to the playoffs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing, man. We get to the playoffs. I'm telling you, this team's going all the way this year. Like, I feel it. I feel it. We just need that home field advantage. And I think home field advantage gives us so much opportunities to win games. You know what I'm saying? But we need to get it, man. And this is a point game. I know I talk too much, but hey, I'm excited.
Right. But who's really a threat right there? We look in the NFC. I mean, 49ers, they're mainly carried by defense and Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, somebody told me yesterday that they would take Brock Purdy over Jalen Hurts.
Oh.
Yeah, I told him, I said, are you seriously? I said, you didn't just say that, did you? And he said, no, I would take Brock Purdy over Jalen because Jalen Hurts is a running quarterback, a running back. Okay. All right, man. Go over there. You live in your own world, and I'll live in mine, okay?
Have you seen him play this year? Jalen Hurts? I mean, doing more than running.
I mean, for you to say that, you can't be smart. I'm sorry.
No.
You can't. I would never say that. If a guy is better than my quarterback, I'm going to give him the credit. But there's a lot of people just don't want to give it up for Jalen Hurts.
Right.
Because Jalen Hurts is making people pay. You know what I'm saying? People didn't think he was going to blast like this. I've been telling people that he reminds me of, when I watch him, he reminds me a little bit of Mahomes and Russell Wilson all in combined. He got that scrambling ability, and he can do some things that are like, whoa. So that's throwing against Chicago where he was able to throw and look down and find Devontae Smith. Certain quarterbacks are not making those. I'm sorry, a lot of quarterbacks are not making those throws.
No, they're not. Like,
you know what I'm saying? So, like, for people to sit there and say Jalen Hurts is just a running back, no. Lamar Jackson's a running back. That's the only reason why he won MVP. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think the Ravens, honestly, why do you think the Ravens are not paying Lamar? Because they know let's be real, his accuracy is not all there. It's not better than Jalen Hurts. And I'm tired of people comparing him to him because he's not the same quarterback as him. You know what I'm saying? If you put Jalen Hurts on the Ravens right now, they're probably going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They'd be better off.
They would be. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm just glad that Jalen Hurts is proving it because we heard the Watson rumors. We heard the Wilson's rumors. I mean, you look at them now. Wilson's washed. You know, so maybe Sean Payton could come and fix Russell Wilson, but he's not good. They just fired the head coach in Denver.
Right. Yeah.
Watson is looking like complete garbage. I mean, wasteful what did they give up? 3 first-round picks and a second. Come on, he's not worth that type. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't give that up. You know what I'm saying? It's like people were sitting there saying that Jalen Hurts going to do this, and now you're seeing a quarterback, and they don't like that. They can't admit that they were wrong. It hurts them. It hurts them too much in the heart. It hurts the pride. You know what I'm saying? Because you look foolish for saying it. You know, rather than give the guy his second year and see what he can do, when we already knew last year. And listen, I criticized Jalen Hurts last year when I thought he did bad, like the Chargers game. I didn't think he played his best. And that's not because I hate him. That's because I want him to be his best. When I think he's bad, I'll say, no, he didn't play good. I'm not going to sit there and sugarcoat nothing. You know what I'm saying? If he played like trash, I'm going to say he played like crap. You know what I'm saying? If he played good, I'm gonna give him praise. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit there and say, "Oh no, he just because on my team he's going to play." No, I'll give him credit when it's due, or when he needs criticism, I'll give him criticism. You know what I'm saying? But Jalen Hurts has been on point this year. There's a reason why we're the way we are in this game, and we probably would be 14-1 if Jalen Hurts was in this game versus Dallas. I saw Minshew. He was just scared, man. He didn't look confident, and I need my quarterbacks to be confident. You know what I'm saying? I need my quarterback to stand in the pocket, and if they have to, listen, throw it away. But there's open receivers, you got to hit them. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see it, man. But hey, listen, I think this Eagles team got to get this job done. They got one more game, just one more game. You know what I'm saying? Because you need this bye. You're seeing players go down left and right, and I don't need one of my receivers to go down because we can't clinch that bye. We need that. We need that. So
That could be all it takes is one or two injuries can be a huge difference.
I mean, just one more win. One more win, baby. One more win. We can do it.
Yep, and this is the perfect game to do it.
Yeah, the Saints are terrible. I'm sorry. I don't want to be, the one telling you, but the Saints are not a good team. Like, I
No.
don't fear the Saints. I'm more comfortable in this game than I am with Dallas.
Right. And we look at the Saints. I'm about to pull up their schedule, see who they beat thus far. I know they beat the Browns. That's not impressive at
Didn't
all.
they lose to Tom Brady when they were literally in overtime? I think they lost to
lost
Tom
on
Brady.
that Monday night game. They let them come back.
They stink.
Right.
It would be nuts if they had a first-round pick, but Howard Roseman chose violence.
Right. And they beat the Falcons.
Terrible.
Yep.
They're
The
not even in the
Rams,
playoffs.
worst defending Super Bowl champs. There's
Maybe
nothing.
Baker Mayfield might take that Rams team back, but Matthew Stafford's not going to be the same quarterback. I mean, like I said, I think they overpaid Matthew Stafford, if you ask me.
Yes. And it was good for that 1 year, but now that's over with.
For sure.
Yeah, and they wasted all those picks.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
they
they
got to
got
deal with it.
Where Howard Roseman, and listen, I criticized Howard Roseman I was the biggest Howard Roseman hater. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I ain't gonna lie. He's put this team back together. You know what I'm saying? I can admit my wrongs and I can admit my rights, but I've been right about Jalen Hurts. I think that this guy was an MVP caliber. I've been saying this kid's gonna blow up. When you got AJ Brown, when you got Devontae Smith, so when you build around this kid, come on. You know what I'm saying? And people don't like the fact that they didn't get. A lot of people are saying, "Oh no, this guy stinks. He's not going to do this." It's like, give him a second year. This is the second year that he has the exact same head coaches and the same coach staff. Now you see the blossom. Now you see the flower finally growing. You know what I'm saying? Now it's fully grown. You know what I'm saying? Now we just need the fertilizer to grow the flowers into the Super Bowl. Hey, listen. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, listen, Jalen Hurts, when I look at him, the kid is special. You know what I'm saying? He's been through everything. He got benched in college. He's been translating to other teams. He knows what like if he don't do his job. Even the playoff loss, we needed that last year. And he also is a young team, and he still took that team to the playoffs. When people say, well, he needs weapons around him, well, he took that team with Rager, who is not doing nothing in the Vikings.
Right.
And he took that team to the playoffs. Come on. And a crap, let's be real, not a good defense either. Let's argue we have a better defense this year than we do last year.
Definitely.
Now, again, I'm hoping Denver Broncos do take Jonathan Gannon. That way we can get a better defense coordinator. But, we got to stick with him, unfortunately.
Right.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm not a fan of Jonathan Gannon's scheme, man.
No, I'm not.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm talent.
No, because the talent is making him better. Like,
exactly.
Like I don't care about stats. I look at the TV and I see when it's 3rd and 30 and you have Josiah Scott on T.Y. Hilton and if I'm Josiah Scott, I'm knocking that ball down. Knock the ball down. If you knock that ball down, you swat it down. There's no conversion.
Right.
He was trying to strip the ball out, knock the ball away.
Right. That was just one of those. That was basically one lucky play where you either convert or it's over, and they got lucky.
That game still hurts me, man. Because now you got to hear them, man. And it's like okay, yeah, you swept us. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Now I really want to see what you do with Jalen Hurts on the field. You know what I'm saying? Because now, oh, you got your starting quarterback. Well, we didn't have our starting. Let's see what we do with real two quarterbacks on this team. Let's see who's the real quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about the record. I care about wins in the playoff games. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I think we're gonna go further than Dallas does. And if they do verse us in Philadelphia, they're going home. Like I'm gonna be real to you, they're going home. They're not this team
Definitely.
that they think they are.
Yeah,
You know, hope.
yeah, but I'm looking forward to that. We got a lot to look forward to. Step one, get that win over the Saints, get a convincing win. Could win
Yeah.
37-13, something along those lines.
You also can score
Got it.
50 points on them.
We could.
They'll
That would
say,
be not funny.
"Oh no, you just beat a bad team. Never mind."
Yeah, of course. They're always gonna have something to say.
A 49er fan told me yesterday. I think it was in one of the Cowboys. I think it was Duke Bothers. We were doing that, and I was just going back at forth with him because he was saying, "Oh, the 49ers, you played nobody." I'm like, "So the Vikings ain't nobody?"
Right.
he, he told me, he said, "No." I said we played Jalen Hurts. He said, "How's Jalen Hurts a running quarterback when he's throwing against Tennessee? Well, Tennessee's trash. They were 7-9. What are you talking about? They were 7-9 till they played us." And then I told him, I don't care what defense you have. The Jaguars thought they had a good defense until they played us. The Vikings had a great defense until they played us. The
Right.
Cowboys had that 85 Bear defense until they played us. I don't care about none of that defense. Come to Philly and see what you're about. Because it's different till you play against a team like us.
Right. A
That's what I'm
lot of
trying to
the
say.
right, and a lot of them push the goalpost back after the game
Yeah,
with
and
their
then the
stances.
49er, yeah, and then the 49er fan want to talk about last year. Like, did you play against AJ Brown? No, it don't matter. But what do you mean it don't matter? What do you mean it don't matter? We were a young team playing against you. And we almost won that game anyway, even with the bad mistakes. We could have beaten y'all last year. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So it wasn't like it was that great a win for them.
No. Like I think we hit when Brandon Graham went down, and that was a game where Brandon Graham went down with Achilles. And by the way,
Right.
Brandon Graham, way a huge comeback, man. I mean, this guy's a trooper. The way he's able to come off Achilles injury and come back at a high level,
That's right.
you know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, like I'm not scared of nobody. We get home field advantage, we'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do fear the quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow and Josh Allen because I fear Gannon. And I fear that Gannon's going to respect them. And I don't
Right.
want that. My hope is we get healthy, we get Maddox back. You know what I'm saying? We get hopefully everybody healthy. No one goes down. And we get the whole team back. And my hope is we actually have our whole team back. Because when we have our whole team back, then I'm okay. But I don't want my players to go down if we're playing a guy like that in the Super Bowl or someone like that, because it's not going to be good. You're going to see the last 30s.
I'm not. No, we need to keep everyone healthy and on the field to get this done.
Sure. I mean, getting CJ Gardner Johnson back would be huge. It would be huge because we need him because we miss him in safety. Let's be real. He was a big loss. So we
Yes,
talk about Maddox, but he was a huge loss.
right. And we said that the injury might have been the one thing that kept them from getting to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, I think CJ Gardner Johnson makes the secondary so much better. I mean, you saw that when CJ Gardner Johnson goes back, you saw the corners get a little toasted a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
mean, like,
It's not the same level of talent.
no, it's not the same when you have a secondary that is that good. When you have a CJ Gardner Johnson, one of the best trades I've ever seen from the Eagles. I mean, the way we were able to just trade against a team in the conference. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? The fact that the Saints gave him up for pretty much pennies. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Hey, we'll take them. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting them back though.
That's right.
So I mean, the fact that the Saints traded for pennies, which is if I was a Saints fan, I'd be mad as heck. I was like, you just traded a guy and you didn't get anything really back. Like, but like Cedric Gardner Johnson, I mean, I put him in the slot if we don't get strapped. But I really want Cravon LeBlanc back because it's like he would have really helped his defense. I ain't gonna lie to you. What he's only 28 years old. He says he's healthy. Make a call. Sign him to a 1 year deal. You know what I'm saying? Don't gotta be that much. I mean, if he wants a 1 year deal, I bring him in. You know, so what do you got to lose? He's better
God.
than Josiah Scott. He's totally better than Josiah Scott. Yeah, so I mean,
Yep. Well, at this
yeah,
point, I think we pretty much ran out of things to talk about at this point. So
yeah, I
thanks for
mean,
jumping on, man.
I appreciate it, man, for having me, man. Definitely keep doing your thing, and definitely gonna be watching.
All right. You're welcome. Thanks for your support.
Peace.
All right. Peace. All right. So that's it for our show right here. So thank you to everyone that came through. Thank you to EC1 for coming through. Everyone that came through, thank you. You made this thing enjoyable. Nikki Steve signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out. Until next time.